Well, once again, I am joined by Chris Everett. She is the author of The Prescription for a Healthy Retirement. It is an Amazon bestseller. Chris, thank you so much for joining me once again.
Once again, my pleasure.
Well, this is the fourth chapter of your book, what we'll be going over today, and it is all about the income shield. That's what this chapter is on. And you've worked in this industry for over 30 years, you said, right?
30. Don't make me older than I am.
Okay, 30, or 25, whatever you want to call it. But you've worked with a lot of different clients and a lot of different kinds of people. So can you explain maybe what you see as the biggest mistake or the biggest oversight that people make in regards to their income?
I think probably taking too much risk when they create retirement income. Because well, it's probably hard for you to think about it, but for the people watching this who are in or near retirement, I mean, just ask yourself, income and reliable retirement income is probably the biggest peace provider for you. You know you can count on that steady income coming in. It allows you to sit back and relax and not really worry so much about your portfolio. So I think the biggest mistake people make is keeping their entire nest egg in the market and then trying to drive income from it. What? You may think you're smarter than the average bear, and maybe you think you have this really well thought out, balanced portfolio. But hey, even in 2008, or we go all the way back to 2000, even people that had balanced portfolios, well designed by very fancy schmancy people, lost a lot of money. So it's incredibly important. And here's what I do. I test the right percentage of that nest egg that you have, and I help you create a private pension plan, something that you can control, something that you know you can count on for income month after month after month. And hopefully you've selected one that gives you some cost of living adjustments on it, or at least some growth over time, because you know life will get more expensive, right?
Right.
You have this predictable, guaranteed income stream that has some growth component to it. That allows you to relax, be at peace, and then the balance of your portfolio doesn't really have to work that hard. So I love being in the market. More than anything, I love the wisdom of hiring the right people to manage your money so that if the markets are going up, down, or sideways, you're going to be okay. So that's my 2 cents.
Well, you use the illustration of a three-legged stool. So can you explain a little bit what the three-legged stool represents with income?
Sure. So years ago, you had to have a pension plan, or you had a pension plan. You had savings, and you had Social Security. And so, you could retire, and most of the time, interestingly enough, people only used 2 legs of that stool. They lived off of their Social Security and pension. Most of the time they saved what they had saved for their beneficiaries, not anymore. I mean, because the whole pension component leg is broken for many people. So since the pension leg is either non-existent, very wobbly, or broken, you have to take a portion of your nest egg to prop that up.
So maybe if someone is listening and they're thinking, well, my three-legged stool is broken, or I haven't made any kind of plan and they're looking towards retirement and really don't know where to start, what would you say to that person that is maybe feeling a little embarrassed or overwhelmed? What are some practical first steps that they can take to get into a better place financially?
That's a great question. Get started. Find someone, hopefully a fiduciary that you can work with, that you can know, like, and trust, so you're comfortable opening up your financial kimono. Have them look and see what's going on, just like a doctor. You can't go to a doctor, expect them to write a script without doing some tests, right? See what's going on. Same thing here. And I have helped a number of people who just, for whatever, life didn't work for them. Maybe they never saved enough, or maybe if they did, medical circumstances robbed them of all their savings. Anything can happen in life, right? Bad partnership deal. When stuff like that happens, if you give up, that's not going to help you. So I would say just start looking at what's possible, especially if you can work with someone who can show you where the leaks are in your current design, right? And plug those leaks can make all the difference in the world. And then you're going to have to work a little bit. Maybe you have to work a little bit longer, save a little bit more, but there is a way out and a way through. I've seen it time and time again. Love that question, Bethany.
Well, you bring up the phrase, the leaks in your plan. What are some common leaks that maybe people wouldn't think about? What oversights do people have when they talk to you for the first time?
The first and the largest leak is being a victim of cookie cutter thinking. So if you were sold something that you really didn't need, or it doesn't really fit for you, that can create a huge leak. And often people become victim of cookie cutter thinking simply because they haven't taken the time, or maybe they don't know that there's people out there like me who can pull all the components together and help them make a really good decision. So cookie cutter thinking for sure. Could be maybe the way they purchased their home, or the way they structured themselves to pay for their children's college education that sucked so much life out of that retirement. Working with a client right now, and they definitely need to do some planning before they fill out a FAFSA or a profile form. Sometimes it's the way people use credit cards, or maybe the way they've structured their legal documents or didn't structure their legal documents. Maybe it's the way they've structured their investments. So a lot of ways to leak money.
Well, I think a good place for a lot of people to start is by picking up a copy of your book. It's Chris Everett's The Prescription for a Healthy Retirement. You see that segue?
What an idea.
I know that it is just full of so much wisdom. It is an Amazon bestseller. And Chris, you put a lot of time and a lot of effort into writing this book and educating people. Really, if anything, in just the short time that we've been able to talk and get to know each other, I think that's been the biggest thing that stuck out to me, is it's about educating yourself and learning and talking to somebody that knows more than you do, because you're going to be better for it, really.
Amen.
Yeah. Well, Chris, thank you so much again for speaking with me, and I look forward to talking to you next time.
Me too. Bye, Bethany.
Bye.